Hey guys, what's going on? I am at Adventure Van Expo with VanLife Trader. We're gonna actually tour their personal rig that John, the owner of VanLife Trader, actually built out in a short amount of time. But we're gonna get all that information, so I'm just gonna do a little spin around for everybody. We're at Adventure Van Expo, and yeah, we're just, you know, if you're ever in the area to near an Adventure Van Expo, make sure you come out because there's always a lot of fun, a lot of vans, etc., etc. I'm excited to actually see what this van is all about. If you're new to the channel, check it out. We're doing a lot of tours of vans. We're getting into more tiny houses. We're gonna get into container homes eventually. We're gonna get into all things fun, small space design, blah, blah, blah. Make sure you subscribe, all that good stuff. You ready?
I'm ready.
I love this.
Let's do it. My name is John. I own and help operate VanLife Trader, an online marketplace for buying and selling camper vans. Kind of like these, kind of like all the ones at the Adventure Van Expos. We built this van out so we could hit the road and show up to expos and have a comfortable place to stay while we are mingling with the other builders and attendees.
And thank you for doing that, by the way. This is your team right here.
That's right.
You want to see which one is which?
Yeah, this is Leah. She runs operations.
Awesome.
She also does marketing. If you email us, you're going to get a response from her. Yeah, she's kind of a brand partner, content helping, creation. She really does it all. She's amazing. Full-time, she's in Chicago. I'm in Nashville, Tennessee. This is Ben. Ben's also in Nashville, Tennessee.
What's up, Ben?
He's a fellow ex-van lifer and helping us with some sales and advertising and help me build this van.
Awesome.
He's just going to be coming to as many expos as I can get him to. This is a 2006 Sprinter van. It's the long wheelbase, that's a 158, similar to the 177 nowadays. 2002 to 2006, it was the inline 5-cylinder Sprinter, also called the T1N.
Yeah.
They're a little narrower, they're a little more European feeling, thinner walls, bigger windows, probably some less airbags. They're 2 inches shorter than the model that succeeded this.
And very sought out after.
Yeah, it's hard to find them in good condition anymore, and they're bringing in prices that are comparable to the successive models.
Well, I mean, you are a VanLife Trader, so you were able to maybe find a van.
Hey, believe it or not, I'm shopping for vans all the time.
Okay.
The person selling this van kind of abandoned the project halfway through. They didn't do any interior stuff, just exterior mods. And their tactic to sell this in a hurry was to follow everyone that VanLife Trader follows on Instagram.
Okay.
So they made an account for this van for sale, and then they went through and followed our 3,000 people that we follow. One of them was me, and I was like, oh, I'm looking for a van. I want an old van that's been restored, and it was pretty much a match made in heaven. I just had to get it to Nashville from Washington.
So your personal account is John Trader, John Life Trader?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's my personal work account.
Right.
My personal account is private.
Nobody knows. I don't even know it. That's great. So you built the inside with Ben, from what you said.
Yes, and a couple other van builders.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
And you did it how fast?
The van landed in Nashville March 7th, and we hit the road April 25th.
Okay.
So we had the van for 7 weeks, but we didn't start building it until about week 3. So we actually started and finished in 4 weeks.
That's insanely fast.
It's fast for a non-production van building shop.
Right. I guess
build.
that's a good point.
Yeah, but lots of things had to be designed on the fly. Sunday evening I had to measure, once this wall was in, so I could measure for the cabinet, so I could design it, so I could build it Monday. It was 7 days straight.
Also interesting layout, and we're going to get to that as we go through this, but did you install the swivels?
Yes. So I'll tell you what this van came with. This van came with, the windows were installed. Mm-hmm. The sunroofs are from the factory. That's Mercedes. They're actually glass that just comes out. Like
the old moon roofs. Yeah.
You can go out there like a limo. And then the roof rack was on, and there was 1,200 watts of solar on the roof. This guy had taken out the entire dash and painted it, rewired all the lights for LED, new suspension, lift, 5 to 6 lug conversion on the wheels, brand new transmission, paint job, all new door seals, actuators on the windows, kind of all the things that start to wear out.
Yeah, he did a lot.
Yes.
Wow.
Every maintenance part that's due at 100,000 miles, it was done. This has 117,000 miles on it.
Which is great for 2000, whatever, it's 5, isn't
2006.
6, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think if it's well maintained, we'll get into the 200s. So nothing was done on the inside except he gave me some Victron components. So I kind of just worked with his 24-volt halfway finished system.
Okay.
And yeah, we took it from there. It was just a shell. inside. So it's kind of perfect. All the not so fun work was done.
And as you go from show to show, are you sleeping in this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Me
So this
and Leah sleep in here. That's why we'll get into it, but that's why we made it 2 bedrooms.
Okay.
So that coworkers could sleep in here and have some privacy and some alone time to decompress after talking.
So this
for
is
12 hours.
this is also your chill zone.
Yes.
It looks like.
Yes, I think you could probably have 5 or 6 people chilling in here. The special part about the swivel right here is we designed this bench at the same height as the seat so that the seat could turn all the way around, and if you are a little bit longer of a person, you can lay there and have an extra foot of room. So this is about 7 feet when this thing is turned around.
You're a tall individual.
Yeah.
So how tall are you? You're not 7 feet tall, but...
No, I'm 6'2", and I
Okay.
can lay here with room.
Okay.
But this obviously, this turns into a bed. This lays flat in here, and I'll show you how that works in a second.
Wow.
But there's a bed in the back that's got flare space, so it's still like 6 foot, 6'2" inside. But yeah, the swivel here was pretty critical with this bed design, just to allow, in case I'm out on the road with Ben, we're both tall boys.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
Ben's another tall. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ben's another tall guy.
Yeah.
Right. But dude, wow, this is like so open right here. It's so beautiful.
I love an open design. I
Yeah.
like when you can open the door to the beach or wherever you are, and it doesn't feel like there's something in the way of you because it's obviously small already. Having lived in a van for 2 years, we had the Westphalia style layout where the bench was to the left when you walked in and a kitchen here. And we just, we would hang here, sit on the floor with the door open and makes your living room feel a little bigger.
Does a bed pop out easy or?
Yeah, can I show you?
Yeah, please.
Yeah, so obviously the Lagoon mount is here. Lagoon hooked up this mount for us. We love them. Obviously they're like the industry standard.
I mean, everybody uses a Lagoon, and I'm so glad you went with the black one because I love the black Lagoon.
Yeah,
mounts.
that's new.
Yeah.
And then ABC Rig just gave me, they just 3D printed this new table latch. It's not on here, but I
okay.
put this in my little hallway here and it latches down and it can be stored in there.
Oh, cool.
Out of the way. I put an electromagnetic lock on this bench so that when you're sitting here going down the road, it wouldn't slide open.
Okay.
So it's moving a little, but that's just the wood itself
The
moving.
flexing,
but
yeah.
it is locked in with a 1,000-pound magnet. All you have to do is flip the switch and then boom, it's a bed. Obviously, you want sheets on your bed, so you can move these cushions out of the way, pull up the back, and I have a little tray in here that we keep the sheets.
Nifty.
So this is a false floor. Underneath this is my electrical system. It is a 24-volt system, like I said.
Yep.
And it is all Victron, so I have one single 200 amp hour 24-volt battery. There we go. And it's got 200 amp hours, so that's 400 amp hours of 12 volt, 3,000 watt inverter.
Wow.
And the biggest thing is the 1,200 watts of solar on the roof.
That's a
Those are
lot.
also 24 volt. That comes through and charges the battery bank pretty quick.
We had a cloudy day yesterday, and you're still running juice pretty easily.
Oh yeah, I have a fridge outside, I have a fridge inside.
Crazy.
They're running all night. But yeah, that's how the bed works. There's a little bit more storage back behind it, but that's where all my fuse panels are. The electrical is super easy to work on because there's just tons of room in there.
Cool. Well, let's switch sides because I want to talk about this layout.
Okay, let's do it.
You did say that you were tall. You said 6'2"?
Yeah.
Yeah, and you already said the inside height was like
6 foot.
6 foot. So
Yeah.
it's not John VanLife approved, but it's
Well,
okay.
Check this out. This is the sunroof. I have to stand in here if I want to get straight. And that's a full 6'2" right there, right on the noggin. Yes, that's the same reason I didn't pick this chassis for my first van build that I lived in, because I just knew that this little bit would be bothering me. But for an expo rig, I'm only in here on the weekends and I can just chill.
How many expos are you planning on going to?
This van will probably go to 8. I'll probably go to 6 of those. This is my 3rd one this year.
Yeah, yes.
Tiny Fest,
Yep.
Austin Adventure Van Expo, San Juan Capistrano.
I heard Austin was awesome.
Austin was surprisingly great.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I drove the rig got done 11 p.m. the night before, as a van project does. Hit the road at 5 in the morning, 13 hours to Austin, and we set up
That's beautiful.
last week.
Before we get into the cool layout and the beddies behind you, you went with an OSB, which I freaking love because it's very like industrial. Like I wanted to do this in my tiny house.
Yeah.
And I put it on my Instagram and people were like, please don't do that.
Yeah.
And then you went with it.
I went for it.
Yeah. How is it?
Yeah, so this kind of came about because I've kind of been a furniture building into design person in Nashville for a while, and we did a restaurant recently. I helped on a project, and this was the accent color.
I love it.
And then all the Pinterest inspo boards were like Scandinavian super modern houses that were like all white stucco with just like construction plywood cabinet. I was like, okay, this is a great way to use an affordable material, a really durable material, but elevate it by sanding it and putting a higher gloss finish on it. And yeah, we added little details like this orange stripe down the middle just to break it up a little bit and make it more interesting. But this is a work van. I think it's homey, and you know, I could spend some serious time in here, but this is made to be used hard and to kind of just handle the wear and tear. Also, other plywoods that you use, the edge grain needs finish with an edge banding or some type of coating. You don't usually let the plies exposed unless it's Baltic birch. But with this and the time frame I had, I needed to use materials that needed very little help. So these just needed sanded and spray finished, and this was the turnout.
The only end grain I like to see is Baltic birch and bamboo ply.
Yeah, and that's not cheap.
Right.
Right, so that's about 3 times the price of these. You know, these are like $24 a piece.
Yeah.
These sheets and this in Baltic birch would be like $75 a piece.
I mean, I love the look.
Yeah,
I mean, you went all out. You went ceiling. I don't know if I would have went ceiling, but I love it, dude.
Yeah.
You did a great job.
And the walls we did with this lime wash paint from JH Paints.
Did you get that idea from Kirby?
Yes, Kirby. Actually, Kirby and Abby were pretty influential. I saw them at Tiny Fest. I saw the different way they were doing vans, and I pulled a couple pieces of inspo from them for this build. The walls from Kirby, the paint, and then the stairs back here. I'll show you in a second.
From Abby?
From Abby. She has stairs up into her bed, and it seems so excessive, but
genius.
It's really nice. It's actually really nice. It's not a thing you have to flip down, but we'll check that out.
Steven Stolp slept in her van last night. Oh. And he made a reel. And if you haven't seen the reel yet, it's hilarious.
Yeah, I was talking to him at the dinner. I was like, dude, you got to fully embody Abby. Like, pull an Abby, break something, run into something, run out of gas. Yeah, so we chose these materials. Quick, easy, affordable, plus I like them. But it's amazing how many people walk in here and they're like, are you going to paint it? And I'm like, yeah, sure. I get it. It looks unfinished to most people. Paint it? Yeah, they're like, oh, this is cool. So are you going to paint it? I'm like, well, if I was going to paint it, I probably wouldn't have chosen OSB. But yeah, sure. I did paint. This is with a little fun accent. I painted the insides orange. So we took the extra time to just add a little bit of accent on the inside of the cabinets to do the on-brand. Yeah. VanLife
I like that orange too. It's like a peachy orange or whatever.
Yeah, we took the logo to Sherwin-Williams and they matched it. So.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. And then, you know, we cut out poles instead of adding. I like design when you can take away instead of add. So, yes, cheaper. Yes, faster. Maybe not faster, but cheaper. And it's just kind of a cute little way to take that minimalist style to the next level.
So this is obviously your kitchen area.
This is my kitchen area. Yeah, we have a tall, skinny fridge here. The water tank kind of fits underneath. This is kind of a utility closet, 24 gallons. It's a wheel well tank.
From Northwest Conversions?
Came with the van. This van had 60 gallons of water options.
Oh, wow.
It has 3 20-gallon tanks underneath, 2 wheel well tanks in here. Because he was trying to overland and stuff, but we only hooked up one. We only need one. Except we've run out of water twice, so maybe we need more than one. No hot water. You know, amenities like that. We'll have a propane hot water shower off the back, but this doesn't even have a hot water option. This is just one input.
There it is. That's all you need.
We're camping.
You mentioned two of you sleep in here, so you added a door, literally a second bedroom.
Yeah. 2 bed, no bath.
2 bed, no bath. Yeah. I guess I mean, do you have a pooper in here?
No. Well, I think that we might eventually get a composting toilet and put it in this area at night, but we're at expos. Yeah. We're not off grid really that much, so we just go to the Porta-John.
It's your work, it's your work vehicle.
So we were able to compromise situations like that.
I love, somebody said to me yesterday, they're like, oh, I don't have a toilet, my toilet's outside. Yeah. And it's like, okay, that's great, you know?
It works.
It does work.
You make it work, I'll say that. Yep. All right. You want to see the back bedroom?
I would love to, yeah.
I'm going to take my shoes off so I can cruise up here. So even Ben, before I was building this, he was like, you're not really going to do the stairs, are you? The day before I left, I built these in 30 minutes. We couldn't get them in here. We had to go we couldn't go over the bed. It was too tight. We had to take them apart and put them back together in here. Eventually, these will have storage in them because that'd be a great place to put shoes. But right now, they're just solid, and it leaves a lot of room in the garage. Another benefit about this storage, this is a full changing room.
Oh my goodness, you're right.
Yeah, so this way, even during the day, during the expo, you can come in here and get changed. Leah can get changed. I can get changed. Hey, no peeking. And
you can put a little curtain right there.
You could.
Yeah.
Yeah, and with airflow, I mean, there's windows and vents back here, so I don't have to keep this open. If we need to at night, we can keep this open and...
Changing room, separate.
Yeah.
I mean, I love this door. It just separates the whole space.
Yeah, and then back here is a pretty big honking bed.
This is a huge bed. People want to know who sleeps where, because...
I sleep back here.
You sleep back
Come
here?
on.
This is the master bedroom?
Yeah, this is the primary bedroom, baby. She sleeps back here when she's in the van by herself, and then when we're in here together, I sleep back here. This is a 6-inch memory foam mattress from Amazon.
And we know 3 of you are in this trip.
Okay, yeah, we get another van.
Okay.
We sleep in one of the for sale vans.
So
Ben's out.
Ben, you got kicked out, bro.
I did.
Yeah, he's in.
I think we could have fit in here, honestly.
I know, you and me, man.
Next time.
I know.
Next time.
So yeah, this just has a little storage back in here, kept the orange. We have AC outlets in every cabinet, USBs in every cabinet. I should say that VanLife Outfitters hooked it up too. They sold me the battery for this van, these little fans that have a lot of wires that need cleaned up still, but it has this little control on the wall right here.
Is it a 12 volt?
Yeah.
That's a honking fan for that small.
Yes, and you know, I couldn't put max airs on the roof because of the solar, so I had to move some air around. So we have a fan up front too and a fan back here. But with the bump outs and then these little Arctic turn windows, it's pretty dreamy back here, really. If Lee and I are both bringing our partners, we could definitely have 4 people sleeping in this van.
Awesome.
Complete privacy. Yeah.
Have you considered taking your partner just on a trip with this?
Yeah, I'm trying to get her to drive to Oregon with me to the Hood River show.
Oh,
And
that'd
my
be so
kid.
cool.
Yeah.
And that's right. You have a child too, right?
Yeah. So we'll talk seatbelts later, but or maybe we won't talk seatbelts.
Awesome,
You don't
man.
want to know.
I mean, that would be so rad.
Yeah.
What is the antenna thingamajiggy?
That's the backup camera.
Okay.
That is kind of antennas up to the iPad on the dash.
Okay.
Yeah, it just kind of dangles around.
Well, man, let's go to the outside and maybe see your storage space.
That sounds good.
We are on the outside now. Thank you very much. And you said you guys bid very minimal to the outside.
That's right.
Did you do the awning?
Did the awning.
Okay.
VanLife Outfitters sells these Fiamma awnings.
You said VanLife Outfitters hooked you up?
VanLife Outfitters.
Cool.
VanLife Outfitters. VanLife Outfitters.
You're
The
welcome,
lawn seal
guys.
floor
Jeez.
too. That was from them. That's like a really heavy duty vinyl that's got some grit to it so you can kind of scrub it clean. And
You're welcome, all DIYers out there that are interested in stuff, and VanLife Outfitters.
the
for all
best part
business.
about VanLife Outfitters, let's be real, is that when you buy something from them, you can pick up the phone and ask some questions. They're real people. They don't have the biggest selection, but what they sell, they're experts in. So they've been super helpful so far. I didn't show you this either. You can see this from out there. I have my control system for my Victron stuff right here. And this way you don't have to be on an iPad or the app to use it. If I'm sending someone out to the van that doesn't have one of those things, the app. Up here too, this is my airbags. I have onboard compressor that pumps up left and right, leaf spring in the rear.
So you can like level?
Level a little, but it's mostly for extra support, extra weight. When you have more weight in the back, you can pump that up, or if you're towing, that came with the van.
Dude, this is a beast of a van.
It's a beast of a van, and it has been gone through from head to toe. So it's really fun to have an old van, but one that we trust.
Now, you own an account that, you know, all the pricing is on there. Would you be willing to share what you paid for this?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
This guy got me because he listed it for 50 empty. And
Okay.
I was like, it's too much.
Yeah.
But then he didn't need 50. So he did the classic dropping the price thing that just kept reeling me in.
Okay.
We started talking. He needed the cash. I needed a van quick. And I bought this for $29,000 empty.
Wow.
Which, yes, it's old and it has 100,000 miles on it. But he had done so much work to it. And he threw in all this Victron components and the S-bar and the swivel and some insulation.
You got to steal at 29 then. I'm sorry, buddy. I mean, not steal. It was a great deal all around. It was a win-win, I think.
It was exactly what I needed.
Because these go empty for about 15 to 20.
Yes,
Yeah.
without restoration.
Right.
Yeah, and
right.
he spent endless hours. I mean, I knew I was buying it from someone who thought they would be in it for years. So he went way too far.
That's
I mean, he
awesome.
took every piece of the dash out and painted it black and tan. It matches the inside and out. He took every door off and Raptor lined it. Inside and out, this all matches. So we didn't need this, but we have it, and it's just like, it makes me so happy.
All right, so before we go to the rest,
Yeah.
I want to ask your advice because you own an account that sells vans like crazy. So
What you want?
You just mentioned dropping of price. Advice to people that are listing their van. Would you list it high and drop quickly, or would you?
That's a good question.
You know?
It's all about how much time you have. If you're not in a hurry to sell it, put a price out there that makes you feel great and just sit on it and see what happens.
Okay.
Because you've got time to deal with the inquiries. But if you list it for 150, but you only need to take 120, and you lower the price to 120 in under a month's time, it looks like you were gouging people.
Yeah.
It looks like you had 30K in like excessive profit to receive. So I think if you have a sale price in mind and you're in a hurry, then start closer to that.
Right.
But if you have 6 months, if a van lowers over time, in 6 months, it's a little more understandable.
Yeah, I mean, you treat it like real estate is usually what I try to tell people.
It is very similar to real estate.
Right?
Yeah.
If people understand real estate, and I watch enough real estate shows, but.
Yeah. Yeah. So that would be my advice about lowering the price. Like
Okay.
his tactic did kind of work on me. I was like, oh, if it's worth 50, like, and I'm getting it for 30, that's a deal. It was deeper than that. It was phone calls, it was research, and I knew what I was getting.
Yeah. No, this one was well played. I like this. So yeah, I don't want to keep on asking about VanLife Trader, but that's the account that you run.
Yeah,
I mean, that you run the business.
Yeah, and it was fun. I built out several vans before. I built out the one that I lived in with my wife. Her and I did it together. When COVID hit in Nashville and my furniture thing wasn't going well, I bought a T1N and her and I built that out, same layout. Building this in a month was fast, but I did have quite a bit of experience getting into cabinetry and the van world.
Well, you did a great job, obviously.
Thank you.
And you said the outside, I'm going to try and get a close up of that paint because he did a great job.
Yeah, Raptor liner. I think you could run it through like a thorn bush and not even notice.
You really could.
I do need to mention that the guys who helped me are called Van Farm, and they specifically work in the T1N chassis. They had all the templates, and you go to it's out in the country, and they have like 10 of these. Some of them are donor vans, some of them are halfway built. They pulled a cruise control off one of their donor vans and wired it into this. And yeah, Van Farm in Nashville, they didn't even have an Instagram when I started working with them. I'm like, guys, we got to team up here. I mean, I paid full price for the build from them. Van Farm is amazing. So they have an Instagram now, they have a website, and they do really great work. They know these vans inside and out. The day before I left, they were changing O-ring seal on my transmission. They're like, oh, wow. I noticed a couple drips. Like, it's just nice to have that care.
Yeah. Well, let's walk to the back.
Yeah.
You got a great booth here, by the way. We'll do a quick little shot of it, but you got a bunch of vans here for sale.
Yeah, we set up for sale lots at all the Adventure Van Expos. So the vans that are on our site for sale, we try and gather them up, we camp with them, and then when people come to our booth, they can shop the used vans, not just the shiny new vans at the show. So this is our
both are nice.
Both are nice, but we need both. Some of these are still shiny and new. Okay, our garage is pretty dang big. Eventually I want to get a big tray right here that slides out, but we don't have our battery bank back here, just a little bit of water tank action, so we can shove stuff all the way up to that dividing wall. And
I mean, this is all show material. I mean, this is your show rig, so you have to bring all your show stuff.
Merch on merch on merch. It's those big boards right there, the trifold. Those all three stand up right here. We notched the mattress, and they just fit perfectly right inside there. Yeah.
That mattress.
Yeah, they fit perfect. And day one designing the van, for some reason, I knew that those boards were coming. I knew they would fit perfect right there, and it kind of started the whole waterfall.
Wow.
Yes, I know that my plumbing shouldn't be exposed, but we're being careful.
It's okay.
We'll build more. This is the last thing to worry about back here for us. Have a little outdoor spigot with a cold water shower back here until we get our propane one hooked up.
Perfect for your summertime travels.
It's been hot so far.
Well, John, give us, again, where we can find you and just all about VanLife Trader, and that's how we'll kind of end the video for you.
Yeah, we're VanLifeTrader.com. As you can see on our gigantic billboard on the solar array, we are going to most of the Adventure Van Expos. If we're not there in person, we are still sponsoring a for sale lot so that private sellers can sell their vans in our for sale lot. All year we'll be at Hood River, we'll be at Evergreen, Colorado, we'll be at Big Bear, California, and Ventura, California.
Wow, man, that's exciting, man.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much. Give them a follow. If you want to list your van, it's actually really easy. You make it really easy for the consumer.
All the filters are there.
You've been doing this for how long now?
I feel like my whole life, but under this name for about 5 years.
I mean, you perfected it, so good on you.
Thank
you and I have been friends for a little bit, so thank you for...
It's been fun.
Yeah, now let's go do a live on your channel.
Let's do a handshake right here. Thanks, Jared. Thanks for coming by.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah.